Put this under your pillow tonight, and money energy may start chasing you. What if I told you that tonight, before you sleep, one small symbolic action could begin changing the way you feel about money? Not through magic, not through luck, but through the quiet power of your own mind and energy. Most people fall asleep carrying stress, fear, and emotional exhaustion about money. They wake up worried, they spend the day anxious, and slowly their mind becomes trained to expect struggle instead of possibility. But ancient spiritual teachings understood something important. The energy you carry every night slowly shapes the reality you experience every day. Tonight, I want to share a peaceful ritual inspired by mindfulness, symbolic abundance practices, and inner awareness. A simple practice many people use to calm financial fear and reconnect themselves with the feeling of abundance. And strangely enough, it begins under your pillow. Before we continue, comment these words: I welcome peaceful abundance. Say it slowly, feel it deeply, because tonight is not about desperation, it is about alignment. Have you ever noticed how money stress follows people even into sleep? The body rests, but the mind keeps running. What if things get worse? What if I fail? What if I never escape this pressure? Over time, these thoughts become emotional habits, and emotional habits quietly shape decisions, behavior, confidence, and even opportunity. This is why ancient nighttime rituals became so powerful. The moments before sleep are deeply important because the conscious mind softens and the subconscious becomes more open. The thoughts, emotions, and symbols you focus on before sleep often stay inside your energy long after morning arrives. Across many traditions, people place symbolic objects near where they slept: coins, written prayers, herbs, sacred words, and meaningful reminders. Not because the objects themselves had magical powers, but because symbols speak directly to the subconscious mind. And tonight, you are going to use one simple symbol intentionally. Take a clean bill or a coin, something meaningful to you. Hold it in your hands for a moment and ask yourself, what emotions do I normally feel when I think about money? Fear? Stress? Pressure? Hopelessness? Do not judge yourself, just notice. Now breathe slowly and begin changing the emotional meaning. Instead of fear, begin connecting money with calmness, gratitude, stability, and possibility. This matters more than most people realize because your emotional state influences your decisions, and your decisions shape your future. Hold the bill or coin close to your chest and quietly say, I release the fear of not enough. I welcome peace, stability, and opportunity into my life. Then place the object gently beneath your pillow, not dramatically, not desperately, quietly, as if you are planting a peaceful intention inside your own mind. Before sleep, there is another important step: gratitude. Even if life feels difficult right now, there is still something carrying you forward. Maybe it is hope, maybe it is another chance, maybe it is the simple fact that you are still here, still trying, still growing. Gratitude softens emotional scarcity. It reminds the nervous system that life is not only struggle. Fear narrows the mind, but peace expands it, and people who cultivate peace often notice opportunities they previously ignored. Tonight, after placing the object beneath your pillow, close your eyes and imagine yourself living without constant financial fear controlling your emotions. Imagine waking up calmer. Imagine handling money wisely. Imagine speaking confidently about your future. Imagine opportunities slowly appearing because your mind is no longer frozen by stress. See yourself walking peacefully, breathing deeply, and trusting your own growth. This visualization matters because many people rehearse disaster every single night in their imagination. Tonight, you are rehearsing peace instead. And the subconscious mind listens carefully to repeated emotional images. Now softly repeat these affirmations. I release the fear of scarcity. I welcome peaceful abundance. Money is a tool, not a source of panic. I trust myself to grow. I deserve stability, peace, and opportunity. I attract better possibilities through calmness, awareness, and action. Say the words slowly. Feel them emotionally, because repeated thoughts slowly become inner beliefs, and beliefs shape behavior more than people realize. There is an old story about a monk who carried a single coin inside his robe for years. One day, a student asked, "If you have renounced wealth, why keep the coin?" The monk smiled and replied, "I do not carry it because I need it. I carry it so fear never controls me." That lesson is powerful because many people either worship money or fear it. Both create suffering.
But learning to see wealth calmly, wisely, and without desperation creates emotional freedom. True abundance is not endless greed. It is peace, security, clarity, generosity, and the ability to breathe without fear crushing your spirit. This ritual is not about magically becoming rich overnight. It is about heating the emotional relationship you have with scarcity, because when emotional survival mode begins fading, something beautiful happens. Creativity returns, confidence returns, hope returns, and sometimes that alone changes everything. But remember, true abundance also requires action. Spiritual rituals should inspire wiser behavior, not replace responsibility. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, hold the object again and ask yourself, what practical step can I take today to improve my life? Maybe it is learning a new skill, saving money more carefully, starting a project, applying for opportunities, organizing your finances, believing in your own value again. A peaceful mind makes better decisions than a fearful one. Many people unknowingly damage their own energy through repeated negative language. They constantly say, I am broke, nothing good happens to me, I will never escape this struggle. Over time, the mind begins accepting those words as truth. Tonight, begin speaking differently. Not with fake positivity, but with intentional awareness. Instead of saying, I am doomed, say, I am improving. Instead of saying, I never have enough, say, I am learning stability. Protect your inner language carefully, because your mind is always listening. There is something sacred about the hours before sleep. The world becomes quieter, distractions fade, and truth feels easier to hear. Maybe tonight you finally admit to yourself that you are tired of fear, tired of pressure, tired of believing abundance belongs only to other people. Listen carefully. Your current situation is not your final identity. A difficult season is not a permanent destiny. Human beings can transform slowly, one thought, one habit, and one peaceful night at a time. Some people may doubt this ritual, and honestly, that is understandable. But remember, the true power is not the object itself. The true power is intentional awareness. If constant stress repeated every night can affect the mind, then peaceful, intentional practices can affect it too. You are not practicing superstition. You are practicing mindfulness, emotional conditioning, and symbolic focus, and these things can deeply influence your inner world over time. Tonight, before sleeping, place the object beneath your pillow with calmness and hope, not to beg the universe, but to remind yourself that your inner energy matters. And before we finish, repeat these words slowly. I release fear. I welcome peace. I welcome clarity. I welcome opportunity. I trust myself to grow. I deserve stability and calmness. Abundance begins within me. Again, abundance begins within me. One more time, abundance begins within me. If this message resonated with you, comment, I choose peaceful abundance. And if you want more spiritual teachings about mindfulness, abundance, inner peace, and healing your relationship with wealth, subscribe and become part of this peaceful community. Sleep peacefully tonight, breathe deeply, and remember, the energy you carry into tomorrow begins before you sleep.